All personnel, clear the launch platform.
All personnel, clear launch platform.
Disneyland is your land.
The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Disneyland is your land.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello, and hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 230. Whoa. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever it is, and however it is. We do very much appreciate it. My name is Mark. I'm one of the co-hosts here of the LTP. Sitting to the right of me is the very handsome Trailmaster of Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening. I'm not going to use that, Mark.
I'm trying to bait you into it.
I appreciate it, but no.
Okay. All right.
Much appreciated, though.
Sure. And
Good evening, everybody.
and sitting to the left of me is the very lovely Becky.
Hello, you guys.
Hello.
Thank you so much. I
Yes.
appreciate you calling me lovely. Did you have it written in your notes?
I did have it written down. Yes.
Plus the big neon sign he has on the back wall that says, "Remember to call her lovely." And I am like hitting the button as we're doing it.
Well, thank you.
Hey, so this is the Leaving Today podcast. We are an open and honest podcast about the Disneyland Resort. We tell it like it is. Sometimes it's a tough conversation, but most of the time it's a very fun and open, lively conversation. And part of today is going to be like a lively one, but just to let you know what you're getting into. We want
to warn you when you hit play.
Yeah.
What you're walking into.
Yeah. If this is your first time checking us out, just say, hey, welcome. We hope you find the water to be very warm. If this is not your first time, hey, welcome home. Today's show is sponsored by you, the listeners. If you want to help out with that, we have a Patreon page on our main page, which is leavingtodaypodcast.com. Click on the support tab and all the info is there. Alternatively, you can follow us on Instagram. We do want you to do that. We have a link tree on there that tells you how to support the show. We also sell T-shirts on TeePublic. So if you want to support the show that way, all the proceeds go to help hosting costs and whenever we need to buy gear. Yeah. Today is September 27th, 2025. So we're well into the third quarter of 2025. So the parks are full of Halloween decor. Halloween parties are going on multiple times during the week. A few ride closures are going on. I only say that as a point of reference for when you listen to the show in the future. You'll know what we're talking about. Okay, so today's show, we don't really have a big topic. We have some news just to go over, and we'll see where the Disney winds take us. Again, though, I do want to say, hey, thank you for listening to a podcast. It means a lot to us, and it means a lot to every other podcaster out there because we're not a corporate thing. We do everything on our own, and you are supporting independent arts and independent thoughts, and that I think is a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
100%. We always will encourage you to communicate with each other, talk to each other, listen to voices, spread your wings a bit, open up that door every once in a while. I know you might be a little afraid of doing it because we're all there. We're very comfortable right here. But I would encourage you to please listen more, listen to more people, take in more information, and be open and honest about your conversations with people. So in this day and age, we need that more than ever. We need open and honest dialogue more than ever. So please, thank you again for taking the time out of your day, whenever it is. To listen to us ramble on and talk, and we appreciate you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. So with every LTP podcast, we have an opening question. We may have a couple today because we're kind of trying to see what we can come up with. So I've got a couple. Udi, you've got one?
I got one.
Okay, I'll do one. You do the other one. Then I'll do a third one. Okay, if I can remember what the third one was.
Okay.
A couple episodes ago, we were talking about Disneyland hotels, and when you stay on the property, we were talking about how they got rid of the early morning entrance, but now they give you the lightning lane pass thing one day. Okay, so that's not a big thing. What one thing would it make you want to stay on the Disneyland podcast? I mean, on the Disneyland property, what could they do to entice you to stay, to spend the extra? Well, let's face it. I mean, a good neighbor hotel or anything off a harbor is probably like $200 or $300 cheaper than the Disneyland hotel.
Yeah.
So, what value could they bring to you? And we're all different. It's funny because Becky could come to them on the perspective, hey, I've got 2 young girls, I've got 2 older girls, and Udi he doesn't have any kids, so he'll come as like, oh, I'm just going by myself or with a friend. What would entice you?
Yeah.
Might be something that entices me differently. And for Becky, when my girls were younger, it might have been a whole different story if they had X and Y sort of thing. So what would it take for you to stay on property right now?
Well, it's difficult because there are so many good options here in California near Disneyland.
Yeah.
And so it is very hard to spend the money even with some perks, but definitely for me, they would need to have breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That would be a must. But even then, I don't know if that's enough.
Like a breakfast bar type of thing, like a buffet, or like just a coffee station and some danishes and some fruit.
No, it'd have to be full on, I think.
It would have to be.
How many have you been in where you have a full on? What was it? The Hilton. I stayed at one that wasn't too far. This was true a while. Back. I had full breakfast. Like we went down and we're eating. Like I had my eggs. I had like a bowl of cereal. I had muffins, juice, coffee, the whole thing. Like potato. Like they had the whole thing going on. I'm like, it would need to be that. If you're gonna do breakfast, it needs to be that.
Yeah, like I would need to be able to make a Mickey-shaped waffle.
Okay. Okay.
While I'm there for the kids.
Okay. So a free breakfast, huh?
Well, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Becky.
Well, I don't even know at this point if that would be enough. I think that also the ticket would need to include like if I'm buying tickets as a package with my hotel stay, I need to have a photo pass in there, so I'm not paying anything extra. I can get photos of my kids, and
well, I see now. I'm torn because I agree with you with that, right? Because you need to have the perk. I'm the type of guy who's like, hey, if I'm going to be dropping that much money on a room that I will be in there for about 6 hours a day, maybe 8 at the max. I mean, I will. Well, I'll get there at around 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock, depending on the day. 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm showering, sleeping, getting up.
Well, you're out. You're probably up by 8.
And I'm out the door. Yeah, I'm out the door by 8.
Yeah, late for you. Yeah,
late for me. I'm usually up at like 5 o'clock. My alarm goes up at 4 and 4:30 every morning. Yeah. So my body is automatically kicked over for that.
Sure.
So, and to be honest, I would probably, if I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which I probably would, I'd probably go outside of the room and go downstairs and take a walk, just to get moving. But so to me, I'm like the breakfast, 100%. Like you need a full I'm not saying it's got to be like a full-on gourmet thing or anything like that at all. But yeah, have my eggs, have potatoes, have some sausage, have some bacon. Cereal, danishes.
Joffrey's coffee
on the hot.
A nice little yogurt.
Yeah, like yogurt, parfaits, fruit, that whole thing. I'm like, make it decent, okay? And then here's where I would go. At the bare minimum is photo pass and lightning lane. Like include it in there because they're not losing money. See, this is where I get really mad at Disney. I'm like, hey, accountant penny pitcher guy over there in the corner who's trying to milk everything out of me. How about you cut me a break? Because I'm not going to be in this room very long. So give me that lightning lane. You're not losing any money, bro, because I may not even sell me it, okay? So if you give it to me...
not even going to use the pool and the water slide like at the Disneyland Hotel.
Exactly. So that's when maybe some people, obviously some people do, but not everybody. But
yeah,
like sell me on that thing. Like make it, give it to me, and be like, hey, look how cool it is. And then maybe next time I come, if I'm not on property, I'll buy it. A number one. To me, you already know my thoughts on mine, and it's a waste of time. The other part that you need to do, if you're going to do a package, you need to discount the tickets. That's it. You need to discount your entry. You need to discount something. You cannot charge full boat. Now, mind you, if you're doing a package, I would encourage. I don't even know if Disney does that because I don't envision myself ever staying on property. I could be wrong. It could happen. I'm never going to say no to that. If someone says, hey, we're going to stay on property, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And if I can do it, I'll do it. But.
Well, if you go in with a few people, it helps the staying less.
Exactly. That would be the scenario, right? Where you're going to be like 8 people in one room for 4, But.
Right.
But,
yeah, in one double bed.
Yeah, one double bed.
Yeah.
No, but again, that is where I'm going. And then lastly, I want another perk. I want to be in the park early, give me back my magic hour, and on the flip side, for the people who don't come in, give me late out as well.
Yeah.
You do early in, late out.
Yeah.
And leave it be. And those things right there. I know there's going to be, obviously, there's $1. The only real thing that has a real monetary or cost is the food. Lightning Lane doesn't cost them anything.
Yeah.
It's a freaking program. The only
it's a voluntary program.
Right. And they will go like, well, I already know how they think. The corporate bean counter would be like, well, it's a potential loss because what if they would have bought it? I'm like,
right.
Anyway, but then the only thing you can put a hard count on money would be the food. I know you have more cost involved with opening the park early. You have to man it a little bit, maybe a little bit earlier. So clearly, there's going to be something there. But that being said, no, that would be the only thing that even remotely gets me into the conversation about staying there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think another disadvantage I think that the hotels here in California have opposed to going to Florida is Florida, it makes sense to me because you also have transportation to the parks, and that area is so big, there's so much going on. And so to me, that is a huge incentive. But here, you don't really need that because they're walking distance, but you could even argue that the Disneyland Hotel, the walking distance is actually much further than if you just stayed across the street at, say, the Howard Johnson or the Candy Cane. It's right there. So that's not even a selling point. Well, the proximity.
Well, I would be of the mind like make it where you have a pickup and drop off right at the hotel as well. The monorail used to be roll right up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was one of the cool things about that. It was like you could literally just come up and be like, boom, and you're in. The entrance that's down in downtown Disney, I don't know, that one's much closer. I don't know why people don't use that one more, but hey.
Because it's less magical, I think, to come down Main Street.
Well, I get that for your first day, but once you're in the park, like, I get it for when you get there and you haven't been there for a while, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, when I go again, it's not going to be a thing of like, well, I'm going to go that way. No, I'm going to go in through the main gate. I mean, there's no way around it. But if you're on property, your day 2 or 3.
Sure.
Why not? And I think I've made it a point, like, I recommend everybody do that in the morning. Go in.
You have, yeah.
And go on the monorail and go in through the park. It's different. It's really different. Anyway, yeah.
What about you, Mark?
Well, I would like the idea of if I was to book a room at the Disneyland Hotel, just to give me some options. Hey, with your stay, we're either going to give you like I think what's important to me would be like an option of either getting like a free breakfast every morning of your stay. Or you guys get to go to the, I was looking at online, Sam Carter did a bunch of art for this concierge level. and it looks awesome. But I'm never gonna go to the concierge. I don't know anyone who's done the concierge level. That's like an extra bonus that you got to pay for. If they said, "Hey, you're welcome to go to the concierge level anytime during the day," they've got soft drinks or waters and snacks, and if you want, you can come up there and watch the fireworks. That would entice me. They go, oh well, wait a minute, we have that option. Or so it's either like you get like a free breakfast, and dude, coffee and some instant eggs, whatever, not instant eggs, but whatever. They could roll that into the price and not even bat like an eye on it. So I want the option of either having breakfast or access to the concierge level to watch the fireworks or to come in and get snacks. That would be huge for me. Or some sort of voucher to here's a $25 gift card for one of the restaurants in the park. I mean, make it worth my while. Because nothing else is. I mean, lighting lane early entry is not a thing for me, or this kind of parking since I don't even drive down there. So, but even then, it's got to recoup another $200 at least.
Oh yeah, because even with discount, if there was a discounted parking, that's still you're still paying at least $300 more.
More.
Yeah.
Than you are at another hotel close by.
Yeah.
I just sent you guys a picture. One of my daughter's friends from preschool, they just went to Tokyo Disney, and she brought me home. Well, she brought the girls this little bag, as well as 2 little plastic teacups, and that actually came free, quote unquote, but in their hotel room. That was kind of a perk that everybody gets. I don't know if it was because they said they're traveling with a child, but it's kind of like just a little cute.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like so you could play teacup, or you could have your water in it. But I did think that was interesting. It's something that comes just as part of your stay to make it more magical.
Oh yeah,
very cool
for sure. All right, so none of us are staying on property anytime soon. Let's just put it that way.
For me, it doesn't have the draw. I've stayed at Disney World resorts, and another aspect of the resorts there that is really good is their food. Yes, you do have to pay for it, but it's all themed to that hotel. And I'm not saying that our hotels don't have good food. Yes, our food options are good, but I think where the proximity is of the hotel to the park, there are a lot of people in there who aren't necessarily staying at a resort. Whereas, yes, you can get that at Disney property, but people have to go out of their way at Disney World to drive to your resort to eat food there. And so it's not as busy. The options are all themed to that resort. And I do think that they do that a little bit better there than what we have here. So for me, there's not as much of a draw here.
Right. Yeah.
There just isn't.
Yeah, I agree.
Really, there isn't. Yeah, they need to step up their hotel game to make it more of an incentive to stay.
They do.
Okay, Udi, what was your question?
Okay, so my question is, if you had, and I think we've done this before, but I feel like we need to revisit this one from time to time. If there is one thing you could change, and I'm going to go a little bit more broadly in the company right now, whether it be on a park level, a corporate level, an entertainment level, what would you want to take over?
What would I want to take over?
Yeah, like what would you want to take over? Like I said, hey, we want to hire you, okay, but we're going to hire you for a division, okay? Or maybe not a division, but an area or a specific job. What would you take, and what would you do with it? So we've asked about changing. So I'm a little bit more broadly, but more pinpoint, because we said, what would you change in the park? We've done this one before. Like, hey, if you could change one thing, what would you do? So this is an offshoot of that. It's a broader in the sense that I'm going bigger than the company, but more pinpoint in like, where would you go specifically?
So I could say I want to operate all the Disneyland hotels on property and offer free breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
No, come on.
No.
But yeah, that kind of thing.
I would want to take entertainment,
Okay.
and I would want to put some more shows into the park that really drummed up some energy. Like definitely in DCA, I want a show in that big theater.
Oh, you mean you want to take over entertainment for Disneyland
live,
Resort?
live
Oh,
entertainment.
sorry, live entertainment. Excuse me,
Okay.
at the parks.
Okay.
And I would want to have a show going in that theater. I would want to make sure that there is always a parade happening at all times.
At all times?
Well, not at all times. Sorry, I mean
from 9 in the morning to 11 at night?
No,
Scheduled
not
for-
like that.
Scheduled
For
every day.
Yes, scheduled every day, and that we are changing it up. We're changing it up by the seasons, which I know we're already doing some of that.
Yeah.
But I do think a little bit of that magic is gone compared to what I felt I experienced years ago, where I felt like there was always a parade to be excited about and something new coming or
I never
some
had
little tweak. You never had that? You never
No,
got excited about that?
Not about a parade.
No, that's
Well-
just,
That's me being me.
yeah.
Well, I remember being younger and my parents would get the newspaper
Right.
and there would be, because we live in California, there would be an article about something new
Right,
coming
right.
up at Disneyland. And I remember every year being so excited and hearing about what they're going to do, whether it be Tinkerbell's returning and flying down the mountain, but flying
Right.
down the Matterhorn Mountain, or they were doing a new parade and, you know, they were going to ask guests in the park that day to come in and be part of the parade.
Oh,
So I miss kind of those aspects. And definitely, I think that we're lacking on shows. I know you guys weren't big fans of Mickey and the Magical Map, but it was good. I think that something like that draws energy, I would want to see that in the theater, the Fantasyland theater, and I'd want things to be rotating a little bit more, not just come in and stay for years.
so you would want to keep the Fantasyland Theater as it is and provide more entertainment there and shows?
Yes, I would.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
There's something to be said about that. I mean, I'm a fan of. I mean, I like your answer for sure. I'm not sure how much live entertainment I would participate in, although I would be inclined to see a dinner theater show there, like
Yeah.
at Golden Horseshoe, or if Tropical Hideaway still had that stuff, I would be more inclined to say, hey, do you guys want to book a dinner show there? Because I would enjoy that once in
Yeah.
a while. But I would also have my eye on the Fantasyland Theater because that property is pretty big. And there's a lot more storytelling that Disney could be doing, I think, with some sort of attraction. Like Seven Dwarfs Mine Coaster might be able to fit in that footprint. Maybe. That would be interesting. But I do like your idea about not to rain on your parade, no pun intended.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
But no, you're right.
No,
you're right about that.
That also makes sense. I definitely think the DCA
Mhm.
is really lacking in it. They have added some good entertainment. Like the last time I went, we watched the Disney Junior show that they currently have on. Oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank? On
Hollywood Backlot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that was fantastic for the younger kids, but I would definitely like to see something that draws the whole family,
Yeah, for sure.
not just a draw for younger.
Okay. Gotcha. Man, what would I want to do? It'd probably be something at Disneyland. 'Cause that's what I wouldn't want to see. It'd probably be. Shoot. Do you have an answer for yourself? Okay, you can go ahead. I'm still puzzling.
Okay, I would go into the creative and entertainment, but it'd be media. I would go into the media and kind of pull everything back as far as anything not performing. Okay, anything not performing would be an automatic. Why isn't it performing? And like a hard look at it. Okay. And if it isn't, it gets cut. And I'm talking top to bottom, whether it be TV, movie, Disney Plus, everything, top to bottom. Whatever it is, if you're not making money, there's a cancel button, and boom, I'll be hitting that bad boy. Okay. So that would up to include Marvel and Star Wars, mind you. Okay. Now,
See, I would have thought you would have said in charge of Lucasfilm.
No, because that would be part of that umbrella. It would be Marvel Studios, Pixar, Lucasfilm. All that would cover. I'm talking on top of in charge of all of that under the umbrella of that.
Yeah.
And then I would begin to go back to what made whatever that would have been. If we had, we'll go to Star Wars because that happens to be in my heart. And how do we make that better again? And I would go back to that, go back to the formula. It sounded like they're trying to do that with the Marvels right now, but I've been reading and seeing things, and it sounds like they're screwing it up. Great. But I don't know. I mean, until it comes out. So it would be that. And then I go back to the other thing I'd do. Go back and begin to go back into Pixar, Disney animation, and really begin to build in there. And that is where I think I would put my core effort into there. In both because that is where we capture the next generation of kids coming up. In kids entertainment. And so Pixar and Disney animation, 100%. And I would be one of those guys who'd be like, would not be mean, but I'd be very direct and be like, hey, not good enough, not good enough, not good enough. Kind of like, a certain person that they ushered out the door because he was like that. But he was like that. And he should have stayed, and it would have been better. So I guess I would try to return to an era of a little bit more higher, like making sure that the quality doesn't drop. Not being afraid of anything and going, no, we're going to be the best and approach everything. We're going to approach everything with that in mind. And I don't feel like currently Disney's doing that. They have a bunch of other things that they let get in the way, and they lost the train of thought of we're going to be the best in everything, and this is how we do it. And so they haven't done that for a while. That's how I would do it. That's exactly what I do. So yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
solid answer.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would probably want to be someone that was the big decision maker for Disneyland Forward, to see the resort, how it's going to, evolve over the next 40 years. I would really like to, work with city officials and local businesses to ensure that it was a very win-win situation for everybody. I would really be on top of getting these gondolas up and running throughout the area, just to help, alleviate congestion around Harbor Boulevard and like Catella and that. So I would really want to work with the city, especially their transportation department, to say, hey, how can we make this experience better for everybody? And where are these stops going to be, and it's going to be the most impact for local businesses. Because it's circular thing. I mean, Disneyland feeds money into all these places. All these owners win because they got tourists that come in and not necessarily buy stuff on property, but they'll go to McDonald's, or they'll go to Mimi's, or they'll go to the City Walk or whatever. But I would also want to ensure on the Disney side that what IP are we going to be putting out for Disneyland Forward. I want to ensure that these are going to be, impactful IPs that are going to last. I mean, I don't know what the life expectancy is of, Coco or Encanto, or at this point, or, I mean, look, I mean, we have Fantasyland. They're based on attractions that. When was the last time you saw a Pinocchio movie?
Right.
Or Peter Pan. Or Snow White. Well, actually, you probably see a little bit of Snow White stuff lately, but for the most part, you're not seeing Alice in Wonderland stuff. You're not seeing any of these IPs out there. So I'd be very cautious about. I'd be very cautious and selective as to what goes into Disneyland Forward, and so I guess I'd want to be like the point of contact to say, hey, let's make sure that we can get the city involved with the transportation. Businesses that have been there for 40, 50 years. I want to make sure that these guys get some love, because it's all one big. I mean, to me, I know it really isn't one big happy family, because everyone's got out their own interest. But Disneyland really is the prime mover in all this, and I would want to ensure that relationship worked. So that I guess I'd want to get really involved with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, good opening.
I think that that's really good. The only thing I disagree is I do think Coco is something that's here to stay throughout the time. I really do. Where I get a little worried is like Zootopia.
Yeah, example right there. What is life expectancy of Zootopia? Or some of these Pixar movies that we don't like. I don't know. I can't even think of them.
Well,
we can't even think of their names.
Right,
That's how little we think of them.
Well, yeah, and that kind of goes back to what I was talking about. Because, I mean, while some of the movies are good that don't have a lot of recognition, there's a reason why they don't catch to the level of other ones.
Yeah.
And and when without doing, see, this is where I'd want to like sit down and do like an exhaustive thing, like, hey, we want to do like, okay, we like Zootopia, okay, but Zootopia didn't do Coco numbers, okay, well, why? Well, I mean, and be real about it, like, not be like, well, it could have been, no, like, literally go ask people, like, hey, Zootopia, do you like it? Yeah. What'd you like about it? Okay, cool. Like, build that whole platform out, and really, I mean, Disney, I've said it before, that whenever you can do a survey, do it, but I feel like when it comes to entertainment, I haven't seen very many of them. I could be wrong, and if you guys know, please let me know, but I haven't seen a ton of them. And this is where I'd really want to dissect and be realistic again about why. Because it all works together.
Yeah.
It all, like we keep on talking, they have that cycle. And if one of those breaks off or isn't doing well, which I think is what we're feeling right now, I think the fact that the IPs and the entertainment division hasn't been doing their job, that now you're looking at the park and park attendance is down. We dude, you can look at it, you can feel it, it's down. Okay, I don't even have hard numbers, but just hearing and talking to people who have been there, Jess being the most recent, she was walking onto things like midday, and I'm like what is going on? So that's what I'm talking about. So, they need all that needs to work hand in hand. So that way the entertainment roles, and then Mark's role can come in there, and then your role, Beck, becomes even easier because then or more difficult because you're like, man, which one do I have to pick out of all these amazing shows like that, what I'm going to put in.
Right.
And that's the way it used to be.
So many options.
Yeah. That is the way it used to be. So I would make the argument that that's why I went to the division that I went to, because I feel like currently where Disney stands, mine would be the one that could affect the most change in every aspect, in both of your aspects, because then with bringing the IPs to bear, and then people would be like, oh, and then you guys would know this is where I need to go, and that's where I need to go. But it all begins and ends with the IPs and what's going on. So at one level, Iger was correct in being an IP, but about understanding the importance of IP. But his error was buying them, not creating them. That's where he screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I think focusing on the sequel situation.
See, but that's a double-edged sword in my opinion. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, it could be looked at either way, but that's where I think that we've fallen a little short. The reason why I think that is I think that it fosters a mindset that isn't thinking creatively all the time.
Correct.
Like they're not thinking about what's new, what would be great, what would create magic.
Yeah.
They're focusing on recreating magic a second and third time. That's my only mindset.
No, and you're correct, because it is like going back to the old days, like a copy of a copy of a copy. You take a hard copy, you take that hard copy you just took, you make a copy of that one. The next one coming out isn't as good. It becomes more blurry. That is the way it's
right.
The telephone down the road, the candle, all those analogies. That is a real thing. So this is where we're at, because now we know that in order for it to be really good, sequel needs to be, amazingly good to outperform the original. I mean, we'll go to Star Wars as a prime example. The sequel is probably one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
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 So there you go. It is possible, but it needs to be done in a way where the creativity is pushed, and not only pushed but expected. Like, you need to be good. If you're not good at being creative, sorry, maybe this isn't the role for you. I've had to do that work. Like, hey, if you can't do X, Y, Z, maybe you need to find another job. This may just not be for you. No offense, but hey, that's the way that goes.
Right.
Yeah.
And in general, I think there are some stories that lend more to being sequels than other stories. Like, for
100%.
example, like Toy Story or even Incredibles, I can see how they're sequels of that because they're kind of built in a way where there can be and it makes sense. But like Moana, standalone story, and I think should have stayed standalone story.
Yes.
In my opinion. So I think that also plays into it.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
So like when you're talking Empire Strikes Back, I think that, that like the deeper into it, I think that it was always meant to be a bigger story than what could be told in one. So it makes sense to build upon that.
I agree. Well, I'm sure we'd all do fine jobs on your roles there. Maybe, hopefully. All right. Well, actually, I forgot my third question, or the third question. So, but that was good. Opening questions, deep thoughts, and that may be the longest opening question session we've ever had. Probably not. Anyways, well, with that, let's head on over to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
All right, for the news, the first news item for episode 230 is Evil Queen mug is coming to Trader Sam's at Disneyland Resort. The Disney Eats Instagram account revealed a bewitching new Evil Queen mug coming to Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar at Disneyland Resort. Fall under the spell of the Evil Queen in the Witch mug, available via mobile order starting as early as 6 a.m. Pacific time on October 1st. Mobile order arrival windows for designated pickup hours at Disneyland Hotel Grand Ballroom are from 4 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. Get your mug signed by the designer artist Florian Bertmer for a limited time only on October 1st, beginning at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then they're available at Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar starting October 2nd. Limit 2 per transaction, available while supplies last. The gray double-sided sculpted stoneware mug features the Evil Queen in her witch form, holding the dripping poison apple on one side. Turn it around to see the evil Queen reflected in the magic mirror's gold frame. Her heart amulet stands out in red. Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I really like it.
I love it.
I really, really like it.
Yeah, there's a big market for these people that collect tiki mugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know Joey's one of them, right? He does that.
There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who collect tiki mugs, and I think, I don't know. I feel like I feel like the trend was gonna. I felt rather that the trend was gonna die off like a year or two ago. I was wrong.
Oh yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, very cool.
A rare time you were wrong.
The rare time.
95%.
Of being right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
92 to 95.
What's that?
92 to 95.
Okay. Now this isn't something I would really partake in, but I know a lot of people find this stuff interesting. The collection.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I appreciate out of a lot of these mugs is the creativity behind it. Now, mind you, when you're looking at this one in particular, I don't know if I'd really call it a tiki mug, because a tiki mug, well, if I'm incorrect, somebody please correct me, but the way I always took a tiki mug, it was a mug but with a character but with a tiki flair. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're looking at this one, I ask you, where's the tiki flair?
I don't detect any tiki flair.
Correct. So this is where a lot of these have gone. They're just making really cool sculpted mugs and calling it a tiki mug. But that's fine though. I'm sure there's a tiki mug purist out there losing their mind because that's not a tiki mug. It's just a really cool looking mug, which is great. Which is great, mind you. So I don't really care, but I mean, I have no dog in that fight.
And now for our feature presentation.
These are cool, but I would argue a little bit like it's not really a tiki mug.
I wonder if you order. I mean, I don't know how this all works, but if you go to Trader Sam's, you can just buy the mug. You don't need to buy a drink with.
Yeah, no, you can buy a mug straight away.
Yeah, but what drink would even go in this thing?
Whatever you want. I don't know if they're. I don't know. I mean, you know how it is. So over for everybody at Trader Sam's, you can buy a drink and it'll come with a mug. Like
yes.
I don't know, but they also sell them individually. Yeah.
Okay.
I think though, like some sort of like apple cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I mean, like
yeah,
I don't know,
you're not
like
wrong,
a poison apple would be fun out of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, well, I don't know what the price is on this, but great for those that are collecting tiki mugs. I'm sure your orders are already queued up for, what time is it? 6 a.m. Online mobile order is 6 a.m. There's people there that are all about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But if anyone out there gets it, let us know how much it is. And, well, I'm sure we can find that out, but yeah, just let us know. I'd like to know the reasons behind you getting it and everything, just because I'm interested.
Yeah.
Okay. Next news item is Disneyland delays reopening of Napa Rose until early 2026. The wine country themed restaurant in Disney's Grand California Hotel is undergoing extensive renovation. Disneyland's award-winning Napa Rose would need to spend a little longer in the oven before the luxurious transformation of the wine country themed fine dining restaurant with an exhibition kitchen and chef's counters ready to be served to diners next year. Disneyland has delayed the reopening of the Napa Rose until early 2026, according to the Disney Parks blog. Napa Rose temporarily closed in April for a major refurbishment that was initially announced to stretch through fall of 2025. However, they're saying to deliver the highest quality experience possible, the restaurant is now slated to reopen in early 2026. More details will be announced at a later date. So the Napa Rose transformation will extend to the menu while maintaining the 1,500 label wine collection. Concept art of the Napa Rose renovation that will expand the outdoor patio with 2 new fireplaces at the fine dining restaurant. Okay, so what else is they're going to say? The refurbishment will maintain the restaurant's California craftsman design and rustic elegance while introducing reclaimed French oak flooring and columns. Yeah, I think I've made fun of this wording before, just because I think it's kind of funny. Anyways, looks like executive chef Andrew Sutton will be the culinary director of the signature dining at the Disneyland Resort. He also oversees Carthay Circle in DCA and the Private Club 33 at Disneyland. So he's going to be covering 3 of the things. Of course, through the years, they've picked up numerous awards or whatever. So I want to apologize to Justin in advance because he's going to go in a couple weeks. And I said, hey, you guys should check out Napa Rose. I don't think he's going to. Well, he's not going to go because they're not open. But I was always curious about that place because I think Jay's been there. And maybe he wasn't. That's right. He wasn't. Go ahead, Becky.
I think he said he's been there.
Yeah, but something happened there that he was not happy about. I forget what it was. I'm sure he'll. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I remember, but I don't know if he said it on the show or to us privately.
Yeah, I forget. He can explain that later.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, I just forget. But I knew it was something that didn't strike well with him. I love the theming of this restaurant. And as you're walking up to Grizzly Peak towards it, this is on your right-hand side. You can see it through like the foliage and the trees. And it has these big glass, window or these big windows that extend like 50 feet up or whatever. It always looks spectacular at night. I'm thinking, man, I want to go there. I'm not dressed appropriately for it, but I want to go there. I don't even know what's on the menu.
Yeah.
Pheasant or something. Actually, if that's what's on the menu, I'm not gonna go. But I would. I don't know. I feel like sometime I might want to try it.
You might.
Yeah. What says you, Becky? Is that something you and Tim may want to go to?
I would definitely want to try it. Of course, on a time where we didn't have the kids and we could go alone, but that is on my bucket list to try for sure.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Just because the atmosphere and I'm sure the food is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everything's fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A nice treat. Udi, I'm guessing this is not in your wheelhouse.
I mean,
Okay.
I wouldn't say no, but is it going to be when things like, oh, I need to go? No, not really.
It's no Cedar Room. I'll tell you.
Correct.
That's for sure, Eddie. Well, no, it's,
I never like, what are you talking about? It is a little dive bar that I go to, all right?
yeah, it's no Cedar Room
Yeah,
there.
it's a little corner, literally like sits maybe 50 people at the max. At the max.
It's adjacent to Japanese steakhouse or something? Okay. Yeah. All right. Next news item. Construction walls erected around Tomorrowland Terrace in Disneyland. Guests walking through Tomorrowland are being greeted with blue construction walls blocking off Tomorrowland Terrace. The walls surround the stage and dance floor area and part of the upper level seating area. Tables and chairs with umbrellas are set up around the perimeter. The tall structures and planters from the stage are visible over the walls. Despite the walls blocking off a part of the seating, Galactic Grill is still open, thank God.
Oh, boy.
And,
Goody.
yes, and serving food. Well, I'm glad. What else would they be serving?
I don't know.
If you want to know what Galactic Grill is, it's a space-themed quick service dining location that offers out of this world
I've only eaten there
selection of
one
American
time.
food
I've
items.
only eaten there one time.
Was it out of this world?
Completely. And so much so, no.
It knocked you into a different
oh,
orbit.
yeah, completely.
Great. I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
here.
I'm curious.
Didn't you
I have
just
no
send
idea.
me something that they were offering for Magic Keys?
Are these guys?
recently?
Oh, probably I was. They're I forget.
Yeah, I thought you did. I didn't expect them to go down though.
Well, they're open. There's just a bunch of construction walls. Dude,
Yeah.
I maintain that if your job was just to move these flipping walls around the park, you would be working
Money.
every day.
Yeah.
Every single day, you'd be
Yeah.
working to the rest of your life.
Mhm.
How many of these walls do they have, do you think, these blue construction? Yeah. So, let me see. The Tomorrowland Terrace stage is typically used for entertainment during special events such as Disneyland After Dark. Disney has not yet provided any details as to the reason for the construction walls being set up, so it's likely due to routine maintenance. Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe. Okay, I mean, I just thought it was kind of funny. No, sorry, funny. It was kind of interesting that more construction is going on during this time of year. But I'm glad, this is still a busy time. Well, I don't know. Is it busy?
No.
No.
Well, it's supposedly supposed to be peak busy
Yep.
now through Christmas.
Yep.
Okay.
It isn't. I'm
I'm
wondering-
fine with that, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering if they're doing concrete work.
Oh,
Oh, that actually makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
because that needs to set, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can't do it in
Cure is the term?
It needs to cure properly. They're going to be quick set. Most of the stuff they're going to do, it'll do within an hour. Or a day. But that being said, it also has to be done with the right. You can't have it wet. They're. In my life, I've seen them pour some shady stuff, and I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah, I'm not gonna throw any places under the bus, but I'm like, you're pouring what and what time? And this, this stuff falling out of the sky, it's called water, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna mix with. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they do it right, if they're doing concrete work, they need to do that. They need to get in there. It needs to be set. You can't mess with the moisture, blah 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 blah, all that stuff. But yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that could be what they're doing.
Yep.
All right, next news item. This is from the OC Register. They do a competition every year or a survey or something of, I guess, the top 3 best amusement park rides. So I'm gonna read it to you. And then and there's quite a few. I mean, even though we don't talk about any of the parks, there's quite a few parks in the Los Angeles area, Southern California.
In
I mean,
SoCal.
yeah, I mean, so you got at least 2 in San Diego, right? You've got several in. Well, we've got Anaheim. There's Buena Park with Knott's Berry Farm. You've got Magic Mountain.
Even though I think that's no.
Universal.
That one's fine. Yeah, Universal, Magic Mountain.
SeaWorld, the zoo,
SeaWorld, Legoland.
Legoland.
Yep.
Of course.
Knott's Berry, or we said Knott's Berry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton. So here's the top 3 rides according to them, and I'm not sure who voted on this, but number 1, there's no surprise here. Disneyland has the top 3, which I'm kind of surprised by that, but that's still cool. Number 1 is Star Wars: Rise of the Resistance.
Boom.
Rise of Resistance is an epic dark ride that debuted in 2019.
Opening day.
And Disneyland Star Wars Galaxy's Edge themed land retained the top spot among voters after relinquishing its reign in 2023. The ambitious first-of-its-kind attraction combines 4 separate ride systems with state-of-the-art studio animatronics and visual effects. In the ride storyline, recruits are enlisted to join a battle between the villainous First Order and the heroic Resistance. All right. I don't need to go through the details of that.
We all know.
We all know that. So number 1 is Rise of Resistance. Number 2, 1977, Space Mountain.
Wow.
What?
Go ahead. I have a comment.
Space Mountain returned to the top 3 after spending a year off the podium, a rarity for the perennial Disneyland favorite. If you didn't know, this 1977 indoor roller coaster takes riders on a high-speed journey through the dark with many twists, turns, and dips. I didn't know that. Yeah, there's a bunch of other information we don't need to talk about in depth with Space Mountain, but go ahead.
Well,
I'm trying
to remember our conversation, one of them, because we've had a few about Tomorrowland.
More than a few.
Well, as of late, they've been very pinpointing a little bit deeper than a passing conversation. And I think who was it that said maybe we need to get rid of Space Mountain? I was like, no way. Who was that? I can't remember.
Was it me?
No, I don't remember.
No,
if it was,
I don't think so.
I don't know if I don't know if it was on ours or if we did during lounge or if it was when I was on Concilium.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I remember somebody saying maybe we need to get rid of it, and I was like, you cannot ever, don't touch. And I remember thinking, no, it's an iconic mountain now.
Oh, that was me. In some part, I think you're talking about hey, let's take that down and build it the one like Shanghai, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, no, you can't do nothing
because of that iconic skyline.
Yeah, and here's my point. When you see things like that, 1977. Yeah, the ride. The ride apparatus, the ride itself is amazing. And anybody's on it, but you can't. I mean, it will always be, for as old as it is an amazingly well done attraction. The only thing they could do better is incorporate a better IP. That is all. But the system itself, the feeling itself, everything that they do from hyperspace and the other ones that they do, all these little iteration changes that they do with the lighting and the music and all that is all great. So you cannot touch that attraction. And if anyone even utters and whispers hey, maybe, I'm like, no way. And this is one of the things that you cannot do that because right there's another one. It's always going to be, and even in the article it saying it's almost always up there. Right now at 11:25, what has a bigger weight, Space Mountain or Pirates?
Ooh,
Space does.
Space Mountain.
Yeah, but it's close.
Really? What is it? 25 minutes?
What is it?
Space Mountain is sitting at 30 minutes, which means maybe 20.
Are you kidding me right now? See, this is what I'm saying. The attendance is down. I'm going to keep on saying it.
Pirates is 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which is maybe 8.
You look at wait times now, and this is a tangent, though, I know, and I'm going to go off it real quick, and I'll come back.
Hold on. Then I need to do this.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Okay.
Look, everybody, when you hear about park attendance and da-da-da-da, the evidence is right in the palm of your hand. Park attendance is down.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't care what Disney's going to spin or say or anything. Look at the wait times, and we can all see it. Like I said, Jess was there, and she was like, dude, it's amazingly not. And then Becky, right? You were there, and it wasn't so bad. Everything I'm hearing is it's really not.
And I've been there this exact weekend before, and it was packed. Mm-hmm. Packed.
Telling you.
Yeah.
My brother's doesn't make me happy to say it, but it's true.
No. My brother's going in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks.
Yeah, we
so
need to
I'll
hear
have to
from him.
report back what he says, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, well, the number 3, top 3 ride is over DC8, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Mark hated this ride. No, I'm kidding.
It's a million times better, Udi.
Oh, my God. No, wasn't that one lady?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a million times better.
Yep.
Okay. Not 500,000 times better, a million times better.
A million.
Yeah. No complaints here. I mean, I like that ride, but is that thing better than some of those crazy roller coasters at Six Flags?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was a quick answer.
Go ahead, Becky.
Well, I was going to say, I think yes, because the detail in it, the storytelling is unmatched.
Correct.
That's what's being done at other parks.
Sure,
so
I
you
agree.
can add a bigger thrill all you want, but that's not going to match
Correct.
the storytelling.
Correct. Yeah, and again, this is when Disney really does what they do, what they have done in the past, really, really, really well. They incorporate the IP. They tell the story they put in there. Yeah, because if you take away the story, then yeah, you can go like, oh, the big roller coaster at Colossus or whatever. They're for a thrill factor.
Yeah,
100% better.
Yeah,
but when you look at the overall of the attraction, yeah, hands down, it's going to be better than all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably every theme park across the United States and beyond has some sort of drop ride like that. But none of them tell a story like either of our parks, like us or Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to Tower of Terror, a whole other thing. Like you really look at everything in both of those attractions. Now, I've never been in Florida, but
that version is better than ours.
Yeah, and see, that's what I've heard. I've heard that hands down, like that is an amazingly cool attraction. And I really want to. I mean, I wouldn't mind riding it, but
man,
yeah. So there you go. But yeah, hands down, that one is one of the best. And for all the worry we had when they were taking it out, dude, they delivered in spades.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Couple more news items here. I saw this on the Disney Parks blog. They talk about different ways. If you go into the resort, there's different ways you can have a good time beyond the resort, and they're talking about downtown Disney and Disneyland Hotel. So for those of you who haven't gone down there for a while, maybe you haven't been at all, but I don't know why you'd listen to the show and not have gone. But for those of you, we'll just do this thing real quick. And then I've got one other news item that I want to bring up. When it comes to shopping, dining, and entertainment, the downtown Disney district is the perfect place to extend the magic of your Disney resort visit. Whether you're hunting for a special gift or the perfect souvenir, downtown Disney's many merchandise locations have you covered, from timeless Disney keepsakes at A World of Disney to unique artwork at the Wonderground Gallery. There is something for every Disney fan. Once hunger strikes, downtown Disney has dozens of dining options to choose from. Grab a quick bite at Earl Sandwich or a tiendita, or settle for a sit-down favorite like a Din Tai Fung or Black Tap Craft burgers and shakes. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat, from warm beignets at Beignets Express to inventive ice cream at Salt and Straw. Keep the fun rolling with a few strikes at Splitsville Luxury Lanes. And as the sun goes down, enjoy live entertainment at the Downtown Disney Live Stage. Yeah, to cap off your perfect downtown Disney visit. Yeah, I don't know about the Disney Live Stage, but let's talk about that real quick. We talked about having food at the Disneyland hotels, and that's going to be like the next story. Anyways, there's tons of options in downtown Disney that
there are
that fit most budgets. You can go crazy expensive, even. That Tiendita, I'm not saying it right.
Tiendita.
Yeah, that place, it's a quick service next to Centrico. And they, according to Jay, they've got really, really good food. But the problem is you just cannot, and you can watch them make it right in front of you, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. But you can't eat there. So you take it somewhere on a bench or something in downtown Disney. But we've been to Black Tap several times. We've eaten at Splitsville. Mm-hmm. And I've eaten at the pizza place. Yeah, so whatever you want is down there. And yeah, so just don't be thinking you need to eat within the parks, because there's quite a few options down there.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, and then let's see here. Dine at Disneyland Resort Hotels. Did you know some of the most delicious dining at the Disneyland Resort can be found at its hotels? Did you guys know that?
No.
Okay.
Well, I feel like a jerk since at the very beginning of the episode I was kind of bashing some of the options, but...
Well, that's because you didn't know.
Yeah. So thank you, please. I'm happy to hear.
Yeah, this should all be news to you. Yeah. If you're looking for something fast, quick service spots, make it easy to grab a casual meal on the go. Tangaroa Terrace, a tropical bar and grill at Disney Hotel. GCH Craftsman Grill at Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa, and the Sketchpad Cafe at Pixar Place Hotel are favorite for tasty, convenient bites. Yeah, I've eaten at two of those, and I will agree with that. In fact, I think the Tangaroa Terrace Tropical Bar has some crazy breakfast thing that Jay was very positive about. Was it a burrito?
Yeah,
or something else. He'll come on and explain it. For families craving a sit-down meal with extra Disney magic, character dining is the way to go. At Goofy's Kitchen, inside Disneyland Hotel, you'll find all you care to enjoy buffet with plenty of Disney characters stopping by to join the fun. Over at Storytellers Cafe in Grand California, seasonal characters dining experiences bring a fun twist from special outfits to festive touches throughout the year. Yeah, I've been to both of those, and yeah, if buffet is your thing, both of those offer really, really good options. Really good. I think Storytellers Cafe is a less busy environment. So if you want, I mean, it's still not loud because it's a buffet, but there's certain alcoves you can go sit in that are kind of away from the buffet, which is nice, and probably better scenery too. And for those extra special moments, Signature Lounges offer the perfect way to elevate your visit. Hearthstone Lounge offers fantastic food plus an extensive whiskey library, while Trader Sam's and Enchanted Tiki Bar at Disneyland Hotel is a great place to sip and savor in a more laid-back atmosphere. They didn't mention that Broken Spell Lounge, but that is on my list.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm really just kind of taking a light stab at this because we all know these places. But for those of you who don't know, Trader Sam's is, I mean, all these places are great, but Trader Sam's is kind of always on our list. At least one night or one afternoon during our visit.
100%.
Just because it's a great place to connect and talk about your day's adventures, or maybe you're going to go take a break and go back there. And yeah. And even if you sit inside, I mean, if you don't, sitting inside is where the real vibe is. But if you sit outside with a group of people, it's still fun because there's music and torches and it's just it doesn't suck.
Someone come out and play the ukulele and sing. It's great.
Yeah. All right, so we've got one more news item which I thought was interesting. This came out of I saw this on Instagram. So this is the new Skyline Lounge. They are changing prices. So this price currently is through November 13th of 2025. And it is $89 a guest. And this is the Skyline Lounge, which is right above Interventions or what?
Yeah.
What's the Star Wars thing they call it? Star Wars.
Docking Bay.
The Docking Bay. No.
Yeah. No. Isn't no. It's Launch Bay.
Launch Bay. Yeah. Launch Bay. You can go up there and sit. So remember, this price is good until the 13th, and for that you get cold seasonal sandwiches, a Waldorf salad, cheese and crackers, seasonal desserts, unlimited soft drinks, bottled water, coffee, hot tea, hot chocolate, especially themed alcoholic beverages. And there's stuff for kids. So that's $89 through the 13th. This is a curious move. Starting the 14th, the price goes to what?
104?
Not 104.
More?
You get
More?
Less.
Really?
Oh, less?
Less than 89.
79?
Very close.
75.
75.
5?
You get the same stuff. You get, you get cold seasonal, let me see, meats, cheeses, and crackers, seasonal fruits, seasonal desserts, and unlimited drinks and bottled water. So you don't get sandwiches.
And the Waldorf salad.
But you get fruit.
Okay.
You get fruit and cheese.
Yes. Fruit, you get meat, cheese, and crackers, seasonal fruits, seasonal desserts, unlimited soft drinks, blah, 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 and special themed non-alcoholic beverages. So I find this to be curious. It's still $75 for, you get to watch the fireworks from there.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to watch the fireworks, you get meat and cheeses.
Yeah.
Some cocktails.
No, well,
not
non-alcoholic
even
ones.
Okay, so a soda.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, I don't know. I mean, that'd be still $225 for my family.
Yeah.
Thinking it through. Actually, we probably would have to pay for both kids. So maybe a little more. So more like 300, 225, 300. Oof, it's a little pricey.
Yeah.
Ooh, but let me ask you this. if you stayed at Disneyland Hotel and they threw that in for you guys, would that be something that would sway you? Would that move the needle, as it were?
It would help a little bit, yeah.
It would, and more so because of it being a unique experience too.
Yeah.
So just to know that, and I'm also, as a Disney fan, if I wasn't somebody who's hardcore into Disney, then maybe it wouldn't matter as much. But as somebody who loves it and enjoys watching fireworks, that would be something.
Yeah.
I would enjoy.
Yeah, that would be interesting if they threw that. You got access to that for a firework viewing with a dessert package.
It kind of pushes a little bit, yeah.
That is something that I would consider.
I do think, though, for that price, you should get one cocktail each.
And a full sandwich.
Yeah.
Not just assorted meat.
Yeah. Yeah, like a high quality meat.
Again,
I
I think Jay's done this because he does all this kind of stuff. I think he's interested in it. I'm not going to speak for him, but I think he did it, and I don't think he was too favorable on this. This would be something that someone would have to. I cannot see myself spending even $75 on this.
It's a lot.
It's a ton.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be a special occasion, maybe like a birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the reality is my kids wouldn't appreciate it.
Yeah, you have
at all at this stage.
It would definitely be like who you're with and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Well, that was all the news I had, and we wanted to make this one kind of, I don't know, short because it's just time constraints today, but not a full LTP episode, but still a good discussion. We'll have future episodes coming up. We're going to talk to the folks over at Eden Rock. We got to schedule that. Talk about some new discount stuff. And of course, we're going to have Jay coming up soon to talk about his trip. He just went on, or he will be going on. And then we're going to have a review of the Beacon Barrel coming up from Walt Disney World, and some other guests for sure. We're going to talk about some DVC stuff with Seth. So these are all things you can looking forward to. And for our listeners in the Sacramento area, we are going to do our first LTP trivia night. It's going to be over at Beach Hut Deli off of Greenback and Sunrise. And that's going to be October 7th. It's a Tuesday night at 6 p.m. So you can come out, and it's going to be, I don't know who's all going to be there. I think Udi and I and Jess will be there. It's a big ask for Becky. That's a big drive for Becky to come out on Tuesday night. But maybe sometime we can get her out there. But it's going to be at 6 p.m. And I think we're going to try to do it the first Tuesday of every month or something like that.
In that ballpark. We haven't figured that
we don't have a cadence yet, but it is something that we want to keep going and encouraging to build another sense of community here with the LTP.
Yep.
So go ahead and is it Matt over there at Beach Hut Deli is helping us with this?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think so.
Anyways, check our socials because we're going to be promoting that. All right. And to get a hold of us, you can follow us, of course, on Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast. And you can always send us a DM that way. Or if you want to send me an email, it's info@leavingtodaypodcast.com. And then also every other Wednesday from 6 to 7, LTP Lounge goes live. It's an hour-long discussion. Udi and I are there to connect with you on that level. So if you want to just come in and go to the chat, ask us a question, all Disneyland related type stuff. And we typically have 2 or 3 topics we'll talk about for the whole show, but it's really up to you guys and gals if you want to ask anything. It's really an open forum. So it's just an hour of way to connect. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Udi, where can people find out more information about you?
You can currently find me on my social, which is Instagram, HAXGOALIE, Hacks Goalie.
Awesome. All right, Becky, where can people find out more information about you?
You can find me on Instagram at Becky_Weimer, BECKY_WIMER.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And we have some listeners that are going to the park soon. Please, I encourage you to let us know how it all went. Tell us what you liked. Tell us what they could improve on. Tell us about some cool foods you may have tried. Any merchandise you guys picked up. And then also last, I want to do a quick shout out to, of course, Eric and Ashley from our last episode.
Yeah.
Very cool meeting you guys.
Yeah.
And they are now ramping up for their next run, which is great.
Awesome.
And again, anytime you guys want to come on, please let me know or let one of us know, and we will make that happen. Okay.
And for other listeners too, I added them, and their page is so inspiring.
Well, I think the one thing that...
theirs?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing them train, I have found it very inspiring to kind of get up and get moving every day.
Yep.
Like when they post.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I really, really, really enjoyed, I mean, like the added bonus was it was a perfect kind of conversation to have, and it was perfect timing.
Oh, yep.
For everything that we were going through that week, and then just to be able to meet up with great people and have a fun conversation was what I think we all needed. So I want to thank them again for coming on, but just being open and honest and just having a good time. And man, that was it really helped, I think, all of us. So I want to thank them again, definitely, for being on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We consider you guys friends at LTP.
Correct.
Yeah. So let's see. Marcus, I know you guys are going soon. You need to come back here so we can talk about this.
I know you're going to twist this arm like, oh no.
Okay. Well, all right. So that is going to end episode 230. Until next time, we love you, adventures out there, and we'll see you in the parks.
Bye.
See ya. Boom.
Okay.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Okay.
All I need, you know, would be perfect right now?
A Modelo?
No, whiskey or bourbon. Oh,
I
good
mean, that
bourbon.
kind of stuff, right?
My God.
You wouldn't be able to sleep. You wouldn't be able to get up.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Dude, bourbon. Impervious to bourbon.
Okay.
I feel like Udi's gonna lose it with the news.
While they work on technical issues, I'm going to sit here and drink.
I've got tacos waiting for me.
Oh, man. Where's my invite?
You're funny. Ow, that hurt. Don't make me smile like that. Ow.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?